of that myth, like, that's been going around Century?
What myth? I should know about it.
What myth? The witch doctor myth? That guy, he's been going around in the forest, and one of my friends, he was just walking in there, and he just pounced on him. Dude, this is not... He had long fingernails, he smelled like funk, he had hair that was just all Riley. He hurt him.
Are you sure your friend isn't being trained by a guy and he was closer?
I don't know. I mean, he could.
Hey, Evan. Can you help me? I'm being strangled by this witch doctor.
Ezekiel, don't worry. Got a gun.
Oh, come on. What are you waiting for?
Dude, this is too risky. I might hit the witch doctor, but I might hit you.
Come on, my life depends on it.
I can't do it. I need to use two-dimensional physics to figure this out, all right? Witch doctor, I have to make sure that I shoot the dart in a way that doesn't hit the ground first or maybe overshoot him. So first of all, I'm gonna test the X component of the velocity of my dart, since I know that it's gonna come out of the gun at 5 meters per second, and I know that it's gonna be 2.5 seconds. Let's just say that that's given. We wanna see if it will reach the 10 meters away that he is. So when I plug it into the formula here, and my initial velocity is 5 with 2.5 seconds, I see that I'll reach an X value of 12.5 meters, which means I'm good there. But because the gravitational acceleration continually acts on the dart, it's gonna move towards the ground, and it might hit the ground before it even reaches 12.5 meters. Since the vector, it's just a horizontal vector with 5.5 meters per second, there's 0 meters per second in the Y direction. So when you plug that into the same formula, it's just for the Y component, you have 2 plus 0, which is velocity, minus 1/2 9.8, which is the acceleration due to gravity, times 2.5, which is seconds squared. This is negative, by the way, because the acceleration is pulling the dart towards the ground. It's in the negative direction. When you solve that, you have y, which equals negative 28.625, and that's really not possible. It's not going to go into the ground, but there was nothing to to obstruct the dart. That's how far it would get. But we know that obviously it's going to hit the ground before that. So if you look at this diagram here, what we're finding is that it would reach a maximum of 12.5 meters in the X direction, and it would go as low as negative 28.625 meters in the Y direction. But although that would get far enough, if there was no Y direction that we had to consider, since we're doing two-dimensional physics, we know that it would hit the ground first, and the witch doctor would be safe to just keep mauling Ezekiel. For this reason, we have to try to find an angle theta that we can shoot the dart so that it gains enough height in the beginning to crash down on the witch doctor's face. Because the angle of the dart being shot, it'll give it an initial Y velocity that will be counteracted eventually by the negative 9.8 meters per second squared, which is the acceleration due to gravity. But there's going to be some angle theta in which it will come back and it will hit the
So here as we know, the initial velocity is 5 meters per second, the time it takes to hit the witch doctor is 2.5 seconds, and the distance from your man right here, Shaboy, Evan, and the witch doctor is 10 meters. So we're going to try to find theta. And you can't just use 5 meters per second for this because it's a vector quantity, therefore it has a direction, which is that angle we're finding. So to get the X component, you just use basic geometry and you set up a triangle similar to this one. So now that we have just an X component, we can use the one directional formula, which is right here, and we can plug in our velocity of 5 cosine theta into it, so we get this equation down here, which is 10 equals 5 plus 5 cosine theta times 2.5. And we have nothing with this right here because there's no acceleration in the X direction because there's no wind or anything acting on it. The only thing that could be accelerating it is gravity, but that is in the Y direction, so we disregard that. So after you solve this a little ways, you get to cosine theta equals 2/5, and then you can just take the inverse of cosine to get theta equals 66.242 degrees.
All right, dude, I'm gonna do it.
No, not now, not now. Oh. I hate you so much.
Oh no, Ezekiel! Ah!
Oh, dude, it's Brad.
But then that means.
Right. I'm the witch doctor then.
What?
See you later.